All right, well, we're gonna get started. First of all, I just want to say thank you all for being here. This really does mean a lot. Tonight, I'm sure a lot of you will have different feelings. We're all here for different reasons, but whatever reason that you are here, I hope that, I just hope that you enjoy tonight's show. There will be a lot of feelings and vulnerability tonight, and I want to thank you all for being vulnerable with us. Before we begin, I just want to introduce ourselves a little bit. My name is Ashna. I am co-executive of You Mean More, and this is the Mental Health Monologues. It's an event that we host every year, and I'm so proud to be here tonight. My co-exec is right there, Kimberly. First of all, thank you, Kimberly, because this doesn't happen without the teamwork. So, you're awesome. I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight. Obviously, out of respect for our performers, we just ask that you guys turn your cell phones on silent. Photography is fine as long as it's not flash, just so that we don't get distracted up here. And I'd like to thank you all so much for being here tonight. And without further ado, we're going to get started with our first performer, Helia.
Finding the strength in your voice might sometimes be the hardest thing in the world, and I've been searching for that strength my whole life. It takes courage to admit how much you're suffering, what you've been diagnosed with, and sharing your struggles. I've been feeling like I want to get out there and talk for the longest time, but it just seemed impossible. You fear what people might think about you, what would they say behind you, what would happen if they find out you're battling depression, if they find out you've been cutting yourself for many years, and you have borderline personality disorder, one of the scariest of mental health disorders. A few weeks ago, Pete Davidson, one of the actors of a SNL show, came out on TV and talked about his diagnosis. He said that he has borderline personality disorder and laughed about it, loud and clear. I felt like, ooh, why didn't he just say depression? But he made me think. He made me realize that I'm scared of myself. He made me see that I blame myself for my diagnosis. I blame myself for my physical and sexual abuse that I've experienced that have driven me up to this point. He made me understand that I hide a big chunk of my personality. People always say, you're not your diagnosis, but I'm not sure if that's entirely true. I think I'm a self-mutilating, always scared of abandonment, and having panic attacks every week type of person. I think that I cry a lot, and I get scared easily, and that's okay. I don't want to be embarrassed of what my diagnosis makes me to be, because it was never in my control, and it was never my fault. There comes a point when the diagnosis gets so bigger than you that you just feel like you just say, screw it, I want to tell the whole world. And I think that moment for me is now. I think about myself a lot. I think about who I am and where I am all the time, because I also dissociate regularly. I lose my sense of self and being. My body feels like it's not real, and I feel like I don't exist. And that makes me think about every detail. I think about life and how crazy it is, and how strange and extremely unique it is to breathe and grow on this planet. Our emotions are such mysteries. We are controlled by thousands of emotions every day. As a result of my condition, I feel emotions even more extreme than normal people. I feel happiness as extreme joy, and sadness as extreme grief. And that sometimes hurts, and it's also sometimes wonderful. Just imagine feeling love that intense. It's quite amazing. But when sadness arrives, I feel like I'm being crushed under its heaviness. I see no future. I can't help myself. I get to a point that I can't even cry. I start thinking about bad things, things like that I'm completely alone in this world, and I'm left on my own with so much pain, things that are really dangerous to feel for a human being. But even though I feel all these dangerous things, what helps me to survive is talking, what I'm doing right now. I just recently started realizing that my life has been disfigured the whole time, and now I'm trying to put all the pieces back to where they belong to. The good thing is that I'm trying, and that's all it matters. I think I just said all these things to tell myself that I'm okay with being sick. Maybe to tell myself that I'm not scared of people's judgments anymore. Maybe I'm trying to find this strength in my voice. Or maybe I'm trying to show you all that mental health disorders are monsters, but I'm striving to beat them one by one. And if you have any form of them, even the worst ones, you can beat them too. Whatever my reason is, I'm trying to tell myself that there is a better way than hiding, and that's talking. I'm trying to say that I'm proud of my battle, and if you're in pain like me, you should be proud too, because after all, we have a richer story to tell. Thank you.